parochial schools, that's not a bad idea. Now, we also discussed, Cardinal Mooney went to Columbus to take on DeSales last week.
And they didn't look good.
Howland goes to the southwestern side of Cleveland to take on Parma Padua. How come these two teams didn't play each other? Howland's, it's not like any of Howland's kids are going to Mooney. Have a home and home. Let's have some fun here.
I agree.
It's
a shame on all you schedulers out there that you don't schedule local.
It's just
period. No reason.
It's to the point where the kids want it, but the adults don't want it because the adults are still chapped because some of their kids are leaving. Grow up.
I agree.
Enough.
It's terrible. It really is.
At the end of the day, look at the economics of this. If you were to have a team that is anti-parochial school play a parochial school in a home and home series, you'd sell both places out. The money stays in the area. It's a win-win.
I agree.
It is. I don't get it.
Who's surprising you so far this year, Ron? Anybody you got your eye on?
Well, Girard surprised the hell out of a lot of people when they beat Kennedy 42-7.
Three big wins.
Oof. That's a really good football team.
Mark Wade and company. They were here last week with us.
Yeah, that's a very good football team.
Very good football. It looks their defense must have got a little bit better.
And they got a lot better. Yeah, that's.
But they still got a row to hoe.
Well, I mean, look at that division.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that.
Yeah.
Struthers, Girard,
Poland,
the two parochial schools.
Isn't
Poland.
Yeah.
And
Poland won big.
Poland won pretty big as well. Poland is a good team.
Poland's a good team.
Boardman's a good team.
Struthers
is going to be.
Willie Mitchell's a beast.
Well, yes. Yeah.
Without question.
Struthers is a good
team.
team.
Losing him hurts.
Yeah.
Because that's their anchor.
And you know what? You talked to some kids from Canfield. I got to be honest, I didn't see them beating Chardon.
I didn't either.
That is a great win for Canfield.
That's a playoff team last year.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of guys back. That's a big win for Canfield.
I'll tell you
they're flexing their muscles over there quietly.
And I'll tell you what game very quietly has become a marquee matchup later in the year.
Boardman and Canfield.
Thank you. That's becoming a marquee matchup all of a sudden.
And if Boardman beats Steubenville this weekend, which I think
could be interesting
in the realm of possibility.
It is now.
I've been on Boardman's bandwagon all year.
Hey, look, Boardman goes into Massillon and they knock off the Massillon-Jackson Polar Bears. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. That's a big win.
That's a big win.
Yes, it
is. That's
is.
A program changer.
Absolutely,
right there.
It is.
Now, but they had the big win last year in week 2, and
yeah, they gotta keep.
So this is a big week for them.
Absolutely.
If they can overcome Steubenville. Come home to Cardinal Mooney and whip them at home.
They're
on their road. Then Canfield, I think, is right. Calling shortly after that.
Game. So
that game. Boardman's got some good football ahead of them.
Boardman
has they got talent.
Yeah, Boardman
Michael O'Hara's starting, and Jennings and you can go. You can count them down. But
Boardman has some really good talent.
But
yeah,
they're still Boardman. They got to be.
You
haven't been relevant in a while.
You have that. Okay, we saw this last year. Are you guys going to do the same thing you did last year? That's week to week with them.
But, Ronnie, we talked about the quarterbacks a lot in the preseason, those juniors especially.
Sure.
Mark Wade and O'Hara is rising to the occasion.
Yep.
I don't know if Costco really is having the opportunity to at Poland as much.
Well, Poland's running
game the ball.
is incredible.
So they probably only, besides Dave, they probably throw every here and there just to keep them off balance, I'm guessing. And who else are we missing? Sherry at East Palestine.
They finally got a win.
They got a win.
Clobbered Camel. So
he's a little dude.
He's about 5'10", 5'11".
He's got a nice receiver to throw to.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. That'll be a nice division down there, because honestly, Lisbon upset by Valley Christian. I can't believe they lost to them.
The Valley Christian.
Yeah, I can't believe they lost to them.
How about Crestview? How's Crestview doing?
Crestviews 2-1. They come off their loss to Struthers, murdered Akron North, sent them to their 25th straight
loss. That's like
loss.
Not playing a game.
They play JFK.
That's like
this
a bye
week.
right there.
Well, yeah, but you got to play what you got to play.
I hear you.
They got an independent schedule, so they get
JFK
this week, and they'll be tested. It'll be up in Mollenkopf.
Wow, that's a nice game.
So that'll be a good game.
That's a nice game.
That'll be a good game. JFK's got an interesting next couple of weeks because you have Crestview this week, and you've got Steubenville Catholic Central the following week, and that's the team that gave Western Reserve a pretty good run last Friday night. So it's a good stretch for JFK as well.
Harding's got a good matchup this week.
Yeah, Harding has to start coming back here. That was a tough loss to Massillon.
2.
Yeah, they're 0-2. That was a tough loss to Massillon. They got to start turning stuff around. See what happens.
Anybody else stand out for you this season so far?
The typical 3-0 teams right now. South Range look, that victory against Manchester, that was a good one. Manchester gave them all kinds of problems, and Coach Yeagley and the boys, they hunkered down and got the victory. And it's like we've said, South Range and Crestview get kicked out of their respective leagues.
And we're trying to get South Range here. It's been hard, so we're trying.
Well, Yeagley, he's big time. He likes that turf now. I mean, he's been acting kind of strange with that turf. I say, hey, you practicing on the turf? And you can see the eyes turn into hearts. And he's like, oh, I love my turf. I'm like, dude, strange.
Well, we'll get him here one week.
Well, I mean, good luck. I mean, he changed himself to the turf. I'm just saying. But no, I mean, just a great win for him. And like I said, when South Range and Crestview got thrown out of their leagues, and they were forced to be independent, this might be the best thing that's happened to both of those programs because they've stepped up their schedules. And if they both get into the playoffs, their playoff runs will be a lot better because they've played a better schedule. I think that this could, in a lot of ways, be the best thing that could have happened to both programs.
Do we have any championship runs coming at us from what you saw?
South Range, maybe. They
Division 5?
Division 5, and Kirtland is a 6, so they don't have to deal with them.
Nice.
Mogador is a 6, they don't have to deal with them either. And Maria Stein's a 6, so they don't have to deal with them. That's Western Reserve's problem. So I think South Range maybe.
Is Maria Stein Division 7?
They're 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah, they're 6.
Kennedy's 7. Okay, yeah.
JFK
Gotcha,
7.
gotcha.
JFK has a shot because they're Division 7. They got a shot.
They get in. They got a shot.
Yeah, they got a shot.
I think Mooney and Urson are both out now.
As far as state championship run, yeah, absolutely.
No, but even a run in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'll tell you a team that if they're playing defensively like they played Saturday night, this Girard team, and I'll tell you, let's assume for a second.
Just
look at our own. I mean, forget about the rest of the teams from outside our region that are in the region. Struthers, Poland, Girard. How'd you like to have these three and an out-of-town team in this region in the semifinals?
Well,
holy smokes! You'd have an
hopefully Girard won't have to play Poland until the regional finals. Because
I'd love to see that.
The scrimmage we saw was embarrassing at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Poland ate them up.
Yeah.
And not that that's going to happen in regular if they match up again.
Sure.
But that's in the back of their minds. There.
Oh, absolutely.
When you get chewed up like they did on the ground.
I mean,
they couldn't stop Poland on.
If it were Struthers against Girard, if it was Girard against Poland, if it was Poland against Struthers, either way, I'd love to see that in a regional championship matchup. Oh man, that would be unbelievable.
And it's just a shame Urson might not even have a chance to get there because of their schedule.
Gary, I don't understand why.
But they're not playing they didn't play well.
No.
And I don't know if it was just too much Hoban, but they didn't move the ball.
Part of that's going to be Hoban. I mean, they're going to win the D3 state championship. They're good.
Their freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
He's no Danny Clark or anything like that, but I was impressed. I mean, geez, I wasn't expecting them to be this good this year. And
they're
when you
good
handle
team.
Mooney like they did, and Urson, even
They're a
worse.
good team.
But so far, everything's been going good. It's been 3 weeks.
Can't complain.
Week 4, we're almost halfway through the season.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, someone slow it down. Yeah, slow it down a little bit.
Where you at this week, Ronnie?
We are doing the Poland-Howland game. As I like to call our particular game of the week is we're ticking off one coach game of the week because we haven't had an exciting game all year long.
No.
Yeah, we've done 2 games in week 1, single game in week 2, single game in week 3.
All blowouts?
The last 2 games have been mercy rolls, and actually no, 3 of the 4 games have been mercy rolled. That's beautiful.
At least you get home quickly though.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I want to have an exciting game. I mean, it's poor Leslie. He's snoozing and you can hear it on the air. I'm sitting back on the handoff to Capobianco over the middle. And I'm like, Steve, wake up!
All right, let's wrap it up. Buckeyes Army.
Buckeyes Army. That should be a slaughter.
Big win.
Yeah, a big win. Yeah.
Notre Dame against.
I don't know. Who cares? Seriously, who does Notre Dame play this week?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Okay, YSU.
YSU will win big. Yeah, YSU will win big.
Browns. Are you impressed by the Browns in their Steeler?
I was. I was. I mean, I wasn't impressed by Hugh Jackson's clock management.
Well, he did have an excuse for that play.
Well, he has an excuse for a lot
I'm
of
just saying.
things.
He said he called timeout before.
Yeah, but here's
he
the
knew.
thing.
That was his excuse anyway.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
He
That
probably
would
knew
bother
he was
me
getting
even.
lambasted.
See, that would bother me even more. You're going to tell a referee, regardless of what happens, I want a timeout. Wait a second. What if that guy throws an incomplete pass? You're telling him you want a timeout. I mean, is that referee going to take you for your word and say, "Hey, here's a timeout. You called for
It's
it."
a convenient excuse, though.
Yep. And here's the other thing. And Hugh Jackson's been a very poor coach in terms of his clock management. That's not a secret. I love his X's and O's, and I like his strategies, and I like some of the things that he does. But his clock management, he's not good at this. He's not good at it at all. So, clock management is all about numbers. Now, follow me on this one. It's the boys
You're
upstairs.
You're Sashi Brown for this?
The boys upstairs, they're number crunchers. You know, they're the guys that like doing the analytics and whatnot. They're number crunchers. Timeouts and whatnot, they're numbers. So why don't you guys hire a clock management guy to stand right next to Hugh Jackson and the final 2.5 minutes of the game or the 2.5 minutes of the first half? Hugh, coach the game. I got the timeouts. Don't worry about it. You might as well, because over the first 17 games, he's about as dumb an individual in terms of clock
But he can
management.
coach quarterbacks. Let's
He can coach quarterbacks, and by the
Kaiser's
way,
going to be a good one.
I said Kaiser
he's a
would
Notre
be a
Dame
good
guy.
one. He is going to be a good one.
They have their franchise quarterback?
I think they do.
So I don't have to worry about wasting any draft
I don't
picks?
think they're going to have to waste any draft picks. I mean, he's got to work on some stuff.
Yeah, sure.
You got to get rid of
First
the
game.
ball.
First game.
He was sacked 7 times, and I'd say 4 of them was his fault.
At
You got to
least.
get rid of the ball, and he'll learn. But I like this kid. I like this kid a lot. He's got some abilities.
And YSU wins big.
YSU will win big Saturday.
And again, your games this weekend that you're doing?
I'm doing the Poland-Howland game from Howland, and that'll be a lot of fun.
So
on
you like
1390.
what do you like there? Your sausage sandwiches at Howland?
Oh yeah. I might
I know.
have to buy them out. I think I'm going to take about $100 with me, get about 25 of them.
I'm not kidding either.
I'm not kidding, and freeze those bad boys up. And some day in the wintertime where everyone's like, God, I wish I had a sausage sandwich. I got one. You want one?
Where's Todd and
Todd
Jim?
and Jim Evans, Todd Thorne, Bob Gavalier will be in Akron for the Mooney Akron St. Vincent St. Mary game.
Wow. St. James.
Yeah, St. James, as we like to call it.
St. Vincent,
Yeah.
St. Mary, St. James.
Yeah, St. LeBron. Yeah, that's St. LBJ.
Let me get you on the record. Is he going to be in Cleveland longer than
No.
1 year?
No.
I think he is, but that's
Munch and I have a bet on this one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's
okay.
for everyone that hasn't heard this. Munch Bishop, he's on from 3 to 6 now. Good guy.
On the sports animal.
He's a good guy.
And he's a Buckeye guy.
I have to say that because he's on from 3 to 6 now. No, I'm kidding. Actually, he is a really nice guy. And I do noon to 3. Hand the baton to him, and he goes from 3 to 6. It's really kind of fun. But he and I have a bet. And I've said, look, Munch, I think LBJ's gone at the end of the year. He says, no, he's staying. I'm like, well, we got to bet. So he said, all right, I'll bet you a pizza. I said, well, as long as the pizza comes from here. I don't want any of your pizza up in Cleveland. You guys don't make good pizza in Cleveland. Our pizza is the best in the country, hands down. Send home the jury.
Elton?
He came down here, and he now agrees with. Now he agrees that.
Where'd you go, Elton?
Well, you take your pick. You can. I mean, think about this.
People don't know about Elton.
We could probably do a pizza tournament and have 8 or 16 mom and pop pizza places from around here, and just let's have some fun, get some people to test the pizzas and whatnot, and go from there.
We'll have to throw in Belleria here with Ryan.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they would be a strong number 2 seed or number 3 seed. I mean, you got Wedgwood.
Are they in your pizza with Munch?
Wedgwood
and who?
Wedgwood, Belleria, Elmton. If you want to go down to Columbiana County, you've probably never had it. Mary's Pizza down in Lisbon. Good God.
Yes, I've heard about it.
Oh, wow. That's good. Oh, G's Pizza. Yeah. Ours
We have
Pizza in
audience
Columbiana.
participation on this even now.
No, I mean, you've got this is the best area.
So if you lose,
for
what do
pizza.
you do?
Well, if I lose, I'm buying him the pizza.
So it's pizza either way.
When I win, he's buying me the pizza, and then we're gonna get some adult beverages.
Very nice.
But he has to bring the cannolis.
Very nice. We got to get him down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll work on that for us.
Yeah, I'll get him down
there. There you go.
You
That's Ronnie Potesta, 1390 from 12 to 3. We're on together. He has me as a guest on Friday on his radio station, and he's here on Tuesday helping us out in this show. So we look forward to having him the rest of the season, and we look forward to having a great rest of the season in high school football as well.
Indeed.
We'll be back with more Yards After Contact from Kelly's Bar, Mahoney Avenue in Youngstown, Ohio.
This is the late Walter Cronkite, reminding you to tune in every Monday through Friday from noon to 3 on the Sports Animal 1390 for Ron Potesta and Sports Rap. He's a moron and you should listen to him. And that's the way it is for Tuesday, August 29th, 2017. This is Walter Cronkite saying bleep you and good night.
When you need good quality entertainment for your wedding, private party, or other event, give MVP Entertainment a call at 330-942-2424. We provide quality sound and lighting at great prices. To see what we do, check us out at Coach's Burger Bar in Poland, Ohio on Wednesdays from 6 to 9. On Thursdays, you can see us at Coach's in Salem, Ohio from 7 to 10. And on Sundays, Permane Brothers from 9 to midnight. MVP Entertainment, 330-942-2424.
And welcome back to our final segment from Kelly's Bar in Youngstown, Ohio. This is Yards After Contact. With me again is Ryan Kelly, good show today. Yeah. Canfield brought their kids in, talked to Brian Bone Marrow and Chris Emil from East. Ron Potesta had his opinions as usual. And we had a little nice introduction as well. So how's it going to be for you this weekend again? Let's go over that.
It should be a pretty good weekend. Not too much downtown in terms of games at YSU and Urson's away for Friday night. Saturday, we actually have a big.
Tell us about that.
It's a citywide bar crawl put on by R.L. Lipton. The nice part about it is, I say citywide because it truly is. There's two different groups, but you're able to go to both for $20. You get a ticket to the YSU game. You get 2 drink tickets. And you get busing. So the YSU game starts.
2 drink tickets where?
Any bar you want to use them at. So that's on the bar crawl list. So on the kind of like the West Side group, I guess, or we call it the downtown group now. We're going anywhere from the West Side Pub to the Clark Bar, the Periscope.
Clark Bar.
The Periscope, All American, Sons of Italy, us. Royal Oaks, MBR, and on the south side, they have a whole other South Avenue group, and you're able to take buses to both. So it works for both of us because you're actually going to be marrying some people that go on their side of town, come here, and vice versa, and all the proceeds are going back to YSU football.
So everybody gets loaded and then goes to the Penguin game.
It's after. We're after the Penguin game.
After the Penguin game.
They can, and just the bus to make sure they're not driving, and we're doing those things. So that's the most important part.
And then they can come here and watch a Ohio State game after that or something.
Yeah. And the games will be on, so we'll have some good barbecue and stuff out. And then Sunday as well. Sunday, we got a big group that comes in on Sundays. A bunch of different, my dad's group, and a bunch of cops and friends, and they beg me. They want ribs, brisket. They make this big menu. So we'll have that on Sundays. We have the NFL
Good
Sunday.
Food here, guys.
We have the NFL Sunday ticket. So I know not everybody had it this year, and it went up. So I don't blame people, but we stayed loyal. And really, it's because I hate to say it. It's actually for the Steelers fans a lot because they get blacked out a lot. And hey, if I got to put on Buckeye football here, I might as well put on Steelers football here every once in a while.
Yeah, but once in a while they put Steelers on our own local TV, which
listen.
Go to Pittsburgh if you want to watch the Steelers. Live in Pennsylvania.
I had to sit in this little corner and watch the Notre Dame game by myself.
Well,
okay,
that's your fault.
I donated my own bar.
That's
to
your
Ohio
fault.
State fans.
So what's Notre Dame's prognosis for this week?
They have Boston College, and that to me, that guy.
They beat them up pretty good. Though.
I have no idea.
I think they won the last 6 contests.
I rarely criticize coaches. I have no idea.
He deserves
how
to be
Steve
criticized.
Adazio, no, I'm not. I'm saying Boston College.
No,
is
I'm
still
saying
there.
Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly does. The shame of the whole thing is, I thought that was the best game he's coached since he's been at Notre Dame, and it was a loss. He didn't yell at anybody other than a reporter at the very end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which tainted the whole
he
thing.
He let his coordinators call their plays. It's just like,
Are you
look,
sure?
It's too little, too
I
late, man.
He thinks he's the smartest man in football. I
He
think.
does, but it's too little, too late.
Well,
at this
Ohio
point.
State was embarrassing. Let's hope they
Yeah.
recover against a difficult Army offense. That
Mm-hmm.
how often do you face one of those type of juggernauts where they run the ball at you?
If you're Notre Dame twice a year,
Yeah.
throw on Army and Navy.
Yeah,
but,
really.
College football, it's good, man. It's. I watched USC. We had games on everywhere. Watching these games, it's just. And I actually hope. This is a side note. We were talking. I hope that they move those primetime games to 7:30, because the flow. Because when you have a 7:30, you get a 7:45 kickoff. 7:40.
It was nice 7:30.
But it was
Give me
like
a half hour extra. I
because
agree.
you get 3:30 games. They end around 7 if they go a little bit
And
longer.
the tailgating is so it gets out of hand.
Exactly. I mean,
Night
it was
games.
like, to me, it was like you had to it went right into football. There was never a lull. Normally when you get 3:30, the big games don't come on until like 8:15,
Yeah,
20.
an hour and a half.
And
or
it's
something.
like, man, what are you gonna
Okay,
do?
so Notre Dame win.
Yeah,
Ohio State.
win, yes,
Why shoot?
win.
Urson Irish against Massillon.
Massillon, it's a must win. So
Must
I'm
win.
gonna still give them I'm gonna go with them, but it's a must win.
They have to win or what? They're
Or,
done.
pack a lunch. To have a shot at the playoffs and make a run.
They got to start.
There's not
yeah.
many winnable games on your schedule.
Well,
And it's
they got East, Boardman, Mooney. They got shots at all those. Not that they're going to win them, but they
No,
got
you're right. And I mean, I don't know if they're
St.
still
Vincent.
the
They used to beat them up like stepchildren
Yeah,
for a while.
they have a team from Rochester, New York. I don't know how they are this year, so it's we'll see.
Mooney plays them as well, so maybe
Yes,
they'll get an idea of that
So
team.
we'll see where Boardman. I'm interested to see that game.
Boardman Steubenville.
We may be taking a ride on
Who you
Friday.
got? Who you got? Boardman
I'll-
Steubenville.
I'll never cheer for Steubenville.
Okay, me
man.
either.
Come on, so whatever I think, I'm still gonna hope and pray that Boardman pulls it off. So
Canfield,
we still-
Lakeside,
I would say Canfield.
W.
We got some undefeated teams in the area that got to keep it going, because you can't pass up wins. I know, as we talked about, I talked to JFK. They got Crestview, so that's a must win for both teams. I'd say, if every week's a must win, but now it's like if you got a chance to win football games, you got to win them because you never know what's going to
How
happen.
about those Girard Indians too?
Yeah, that QB, he's
Mark
a player. He's a player, and I think they got it rolling. Like I said, they're putting. I saw a little bit of the film from JFK. Just bits and pieces.
Their
but-
defense still scares me. I saw the Poland scrimmage.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're much improved. I hope they are anyway on defense.
yeah.
But you still got, if they, that's not a,
yeah. I don't
that's
know,
a
but
concern.
There's still some good games to be had locally, and we'll see. You got a team like, anytime
Fitch and Harding.
that's gonna be a tough game. That's gonna be interesting because
I got to go with Fitch.
Fitch, that's a must-win for Fitch, but it's got to be an absolute must-win for Harding. Harding had a lot back, and I think Coach Arnold talked about, one more year. I think he came back. He had to think he had something.
But let's even look at that team last year without Lynn Bowden. That's not a regional
You're right. No, you're right.
championship
And he,
caliber team.
I don't know if you saw, he got targeting last week. He opened the game with a 30-yard return, and I
man.
thought, okay, here it comes, just coming
If he
out.
could
party.
survive, he's going to be a player, but
Oh yeah.
he's got to make it.
And that's the thing, and it's happening in high school now. I saw something like it was a game of the week. There was a pick six, and it was nothing that I'm thinking back in the day. It was those woo hits, and it was they were cleaning kids, and they look like they're legal, but you can't blindside anybody anymore. I mean, it's a flag, and what Lynn did in that game, it wasn't nothing that was cheap. It's just they're getting rid of it, and I guess as they should. It's the safety thing, but.
I'd like to say Jordan Jones has been spectacular for them.
Yeah.
Cardinal Mooney product.
Courtney Love has
Was
been
it
great for
Courtney
thing.
Love?
I read a great article on him. He's a player, man. He's a good, solid kid. There's a lot of good kids. So
And then Bowden can be the wild card for them.
Yeah, you know.
I don't know.
just
I don't
get-
know.
I
Do
still.
you think he'll have an impact really on their team this year?
I don't see
think?
why. Everything I've read, you know, when I saw his speed. Now, granted, they weren't playing an SEC team yet, so you know we'll see where that goes. I think, you know, a college game I considered going to actually if we didn't have this bar crawl was. I keep talking about it. I wanted to go see Oklahoma State in person. They play at Pitt, so you know.
This week.
Yeah, that's a big one. I don't know if did you catch James Franklin's comments about?
No, but I heard of it. What was that? What was that?
So he said, James Franklin said, you know, it's always good to be 1-0. Last year when Pitt beat us, it was like their Super Bowl. To us, it's just like beating Akron. And he paused for a second. He said, and you guys can interpret that however you want. So, and you know, they say when he's winning, he's the cockiest guy in the United States.
Well,
so.
they got a team. I love
Hey,
their
you
tight
know.
end. I love Saquon Barkley.
I'll tell you what, I
their
saw.
quarterback's more than serviceable.
I happened to catch a little bit of the
He's
USC
another
game
Taylor,
late.
he's another Baker Mayfield kind of quarterback, Tate Martell kind of quarterback. Hey, why not? They're college. I don't care about the
And
pros.
listen, and we
Go
can say
good
whatever
or bad.
we want.
Johnny Manziel, who cares? If you perform
Yep.
at the college level, I love you.
And we could say whatever we want about Brian Kelly and whether I like him or not, and I'm not a big fan. Just,
Are you related somehow?
no, I don't think so. I hope not. But the Jerkovic kid from Pine Richland in PA, the Notre Dame commit,
Yeah.
he is, and I heard a story about him the other day. As a freshman, he's played basketball against Malik Hooker. Malik Hooker, I guess, was a great basketball player.
Great.
He scored 45 on Malik Hooker as a freshman. And he's a stud. So I just try to read, like, okay, is he going to Notre Dame because he likes Notre Dame? Does he like Brian Kelly? Because I'll take one more year of Brian Kelly if I can get that kid on campus.
What's your major following? What do you read, or what do you said you're always quoting these?
I read anything.
Yeah.
Anything that's football. When, in
You
high
on
school,
Yappy?
high school, I read Yappy. I read between the lines on Yappy because everyone thinks that they know football and everyone can coach. I just read it for updates. Notre Dame, these message boards drive me insane. So now I'm just on recruiting. In fact, I just think I look for actual thing and recruiting. You can't even, some of this media now, you can't even read that. I mean, like I was telling you earlier, this article about Ohio State should be in panic mode. They're in the playoff last year, man. Come on. If that's panic mode, is
This didn't look good though.
They
It's surprising.
didn't, but
Against
now,
these big team losses,
one of the other team they
we're
were in
talking
there.
big game Bob type losses here now.
You're talking
It's gonna
about
be big game Urban pretty soon.
How about I watched Auburn Clemson up on the TV. Auburn had dudes physically, you can only dream of recruiting.
Well, Clemson's like that
And it
too.
was just Clemson's. Their D. I don't know where these getting these D linemen. I mean, and that quarterback. I don't know if you happen to see him physically. He's physically bigger than Deshaun Watson was. So.
Well, how about the Browns? Any explanation there?
I'll tell you, you are now feeling my pain of Deshaun Kaiser. Man, his goods are good, but his
I'll take
bads
it.
are. But he
I
looked
think
like
we got our franchise
he
quarterback.
looked like an NFL quarterback. He did. You know,
he held the ball a little too long.
Sometimes he held the ball a little bit too long. Thing tried to end his career.
That's easily correctable though.
Your
Just
boy,
start throwing out of bounds.
your boy tried to end your new boy's career, Shazier.
Oh,
You know,
well,
he came through. But that was another one.
He's a
We were
tough
talking
nut.
about like late hits and everything, and those unnecessary. I mean, the one Browns guy's bobbling a ball